Welcome to a special event. Yours truly, Coffee with Adrian Dragan on this pre-storm. This morning, a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for Hawk Island, Montreal, and it's 1:11 p.m. EST. Hawk Island, Montreal, North America, in Canada, Quebec. And yours truly is gonna do a big cleaning, reordering, and purifying of my room, office, and temple here on the ground in Hawk Island, Montreal after 3 p.m. today. Writing some poetry and continuing to write children's books and dance since yesterday. Tuesday and Monday did 3 workouts outside, outdoors in the sun in a row. So today is just gonna be a fourth dimension to that trinity: dancing, cleaning, and creating art, philosophy, children's books, poetry, songs on this stormy day. And for the first time that I hear for Hawk Island, Montreal, that a tornado watch and warning, a tornado watch and warning heard this morning on the radio in Hawk Island, Montreal. So severe thunderstorm watch, lightning, thunder, hail, even hail. So yours truly, Coffee with Adrian Dragan. Gonna pour some cup of coffee. I am grateful, thankful that my rent is paid for June. Electricity bill is paid in full. Rent is paid in full. And half of my phone bill is paid to that trinity of bills being paid. Got food and coffee and even a little bit of honey, local honey, which procured last week. I'll probably do another meditation after my cleaning, reordering, and purifying my room, office, and temple later this evening. World Peace is dedicated to world peace, all gestures, words, and signs and expressions, philosophies and art and rants, and spilled a little bit of coffee, if you don't mind. Take those drops. The discussion today is a lecture which will go perhaps back in time, back to the present, and perhaps seeing a new tomorrow, a new beginning which do the will for myself and for others as well. Here from Hawk Island, Montreal, and local, national, and international. The topic of discussion is the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, which of course is my work, my dream, my love. Dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom is an abstract, philosophical, social, spiritual idea, non-sectarian idea. Of course, I gotta stress the importance of non-sectarianism in my philosophy, in my art, in my dialogue, in my aspirations. Of course, common denominators, this non-sectarian principle of non-sectarianism applies at all, try to apply it on a daily, regular basis in all social interactions. But of course, non-sectarianism has to come for and with principles and common ground of behavior, of norms, of values, and of course, the values and the norms and the ideas and aspirations of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, of which she truly is the androgynous pansexual founder thereof, are new, but some of them are not that new, but some of them are official new ideas, whether of a creative nature, whether of a philosophical nature, of a physical nature, or psychological, even spiritual nature, although in parallel to the common denominator that it's non-sectarian. My brothers and sisters here in Hawk Island, Montreal, calling for world peace, but realize that before we attain world peace, sometimes it's an internal struggle as well. I am not perfect, far from it. I got issues, got vices, got lusts. Don't play self-righteous. You don't see me reading from a piece of paper. Although I've spent many, many years with one foot in the streets, one foot in the libraries, making the libraries of the city of Hawk Island, Montreal, my second home. Many years, many tens of thousands of books, my friends, and read tens of thousands of books written by hand or typed in USB keys or long laptops or emails, tens of thousands of pages of philosophy, art, poetry, creative ideas, dialogue, of which are given in the compendium, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. The compendium of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom is of course based on universal revolutionary centrism. And I'm not perfect in my spiritual teachings. Universal spiritual teachings do not claim sainthood, do not claim that I've reached levels of attainment of a psychological, spiritual, physical nature, and understanding one's nature. It's part of my journey, ongoing journey. Has been not without blood, sweat, and tears. In my own, for example, LGBTQ liberation and admittance, coming out of the closet, as the word goes. And it is Pride Month. I am, of course, part of the LGBTQ community, still a minority in all the countries of the world, all the nations and cultures of the world. I think in North America we are millennials. I'm a millennial, so I'm also speaking as a millennial. We are about what, less than 5%, right? So, my fellow LGBTQ rainbow nation across nations, world peace, calling all willingly loving. Of course, even though I do adopt non-sectarianism, if you're against the LGBTQ community or not, at least an ally or supporter or LGBTQ rights, well, we're not gonna. The dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom's philosophy, mission, love, 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 is primarily it is based on love, and love is also action. I guess the non-sectarianism we can agree perhaps just to harm none, and that's it, that's all, not tango or dance together too much. Coffee is black, didn't put any sugar, don't have a little bit of sugar, I have a little bit of honey which I acquired from local here, which probably have tonight on my, if I do a post cleaning, reordering, purification. Tea, tea this time. What is the situation today? As I'm speaking, my own situation is I admit I'm broke, but although I'm broke economically, financially, commercially, my work is gold. I've invested in the body hard, working out, training, exercising 3 days in a row. Most you can see the videos on YouTube. Working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly, as I believe it is for many. Working out, training, and exercising is medicine and therapy, and have been and am advocating for the mass financing of my brothers and sisters to work out, to train, and to exercise. It has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. I take pride in having banned or blocked none on social media yet, and I want to continue that. Or perhaps world record. Adrian on Dragan and give everybody a warning, second chances. But I made a post on the social media concerning my General War Integrated Body Training System, aka the Dragon Army workout, of which I've made back in 2019 as a geopolitical analyst, and somebody wrote, perhaps a troll or who knows, just wanted to engage in a conversation. And the fool didn't know no better. The fool didn't know no better. The fool did not know no better. I'm not perfect. In some things, I'm mediocre, average, perhaps fucking useless. At some things, I'm great, excellent at geopolitics, analysis, deep of geopolitical trends, geopolitical analysis in depth, whether find geopolitical analysis of North America, of Western civilization, of the world for that matter, and the interactions on a geopolitical scale and geopolitical events. That I'm pretty good at. Analyzing trends and historical geopolitical trends with pacts and alliances and XYZ developments of different nation states, which from past and present in the 20th and 21st century, mainly in the 21st century. But I'm excellent at that. I'm the world's greatest living dancing millennial rainbow poet. Got some brain and some muscle. Got some brain and some muscle. I'm not perfect. So somebody on the social media says, "Take your meds." I said, "I just did. I went for do a lot of push-ups. I did a lot of squats, and I did a lot of hawks, and I did a lot of marching steps." And I wrote back. I said, "Yeah, I admit, but that's my medicine. That's my therapy. Push-ups, squats, hawks. That has been lost more than 77 pounds." And I said, "I encourage you as well. If you're feeling moody, as sometimes I'm moody, upset, don't feel 100%. You know, emotions and feelings. I get triggered, get upset. Sometimes it's not harder to even discern what triggers us from emotional, subconscious desires or hidden lusts, hidden fears, hidden experiences. Who knows? Words, colors, could be attire, whatever. X, Y, Z. There's the subconscious elements which sometimes we don't fully understand, or we're loath even to admit in the open or discuss about it. The irrational, emotional, which, my brothers and sisters, is part of us. It's part of us, part of us at different levels of control and analysis, investigation of self-awareness, self-awareness of the different energies or subconscious energies and whether irrational forces which move us in different ways to act certain way, to say things that are XYZ, perhaps hidden fears, hidden desires, hidden lusts. As I give the example of a very irrational fear of a make the example of a 6'6" hard tough motherfucker, 360 pounds, 13 years in the NFL, comes in my room off some temple and starts screaming. At one point we discuss the Dragan army and he's willing to support. It's fictitious, of course, but I am calling on multi-millionaire athletes to support the Dragan army, mass finance, physical education, and encourage people to work out, train, exercise. So he comes in my underground room off some temple, 6'6", 360 pounds, 13 years in the NFL, survived 3 concussions, 13 years in the NFL, survived 3 concussions, 13 years in the NFL, survived 3 concussions. And at one point he started screaming and having a cup of coffee in my modest room off some temple, and he starts screaming, "Ah, what are you screaming for? What's the matter?" He goes to the door. He said, "You got a spider, you got a spider, you got a spider." He's afraid of spiders. He's 6'6", 360 pounds, 13 years in the NFL, multi-millionaire, 3 concussions he survived. But he's afraid of a spider. So that's that's an irrational fear, right? Whatever the fear is. XYZ it could be. My case, part of the LGBTQ community, homophobia, I experienced it, especially when pride parades, dancing, marching wild as we do in the pride parades here in Hawk Island, Montreal. Some people are like, they don't understand it, they're not part of it, they're not allies, they don't like it, they use derogatory terms and words and XYZ, take the word faggot. I wrote a lot of poetry about being a faggot, a proud faggot, appropriating a word, faggot, right? This universal revolutionary centrism is that I do acknowledge the technological, mathematical, scientific. I skills, competences which I've acquired self-learning, self-educating, and which have from my own nature. I'm the world's greatest living poet, got some brain and some muscle. So back to the comment on the social media. A person says, take your meds. Right, take your meds. I did a lot of push-ups, a lot of squats, a lot of hogs. That's medicine for me. And I do believe that is medicine for many. That's why I have been, am, and will advocate and encourage for the mass financing thereof. And my brothers and sisters, if you have children, you see your child do a pirouette, applaud. Applaud the children. Encourage them to do another pirouette. You see them do a squat, encourage them, applaud them to do another one. You see them do a push-up, encourage, applaud them to do another one. It's physical activity, regular physical activity, training, exercising. For me, has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy. I'm calling on my brothers, saying brothers this time because I'm referring to the patriarchal sports leagues of the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, because let's face it, there's no women's sports leagues, not even one who makes even close financially, economically, financially, commercially to what the patriarchal sports leagues makes. That's why my call for the creation of the Dancing Goddess Army to be an integrated dance league, local, national, international, so that we can have official cooperative dancing with official dancers and professional dancers, XYZ, but generally, of course, integrated. All genders, all ages, all sexual orientations, all inclusive dancing. Trans men, trans women, LGBTQ, of course. I'm calling on all willingly loving to support this mission, vision to create two complementary, cooperative, and covenant institutions to be integrated across all levels with all existing institutions and organizations. In a public and private partnership. Public and private partnership. By the implementation of my trinity of theories, the citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory. Those trinity of theories, which I've written over the past years, to the libraries became my second home, and I'm learning every day in a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology, supercomputers, ICBM rockets, micro gadgets, smartphones, satellites in that parallel life is my chosen path. In this life, it is philosophy, art, sexuality, psychological theory as an independent artist, independent athlete, independent activist, and universal spiritual teaching student. I'm saying spiritual teacher, teaching student because don't know it all. I know about my own journeys throughout incarnations and reincarnations and incarnations in this life. North American global LGBTQ citizen of Canada in Hawk Island, Montreal. And I've been in past lives born here, right here in near Montreal, in Montreal, a few times in North America, from the Nile in ancient Egypt a few times, to the Euphrates in ancient Babylon, to the Ganges in ancient India, to the Danube in Europe. So now I'm speaking also as a teacher, as a student, as I'm learning every day. And I do say the word goddess. Goddess, goddess, goddess. G-O-D-D-S-S. A lot of people say God, God, God. Say God, 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 where the goddess at? God, 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 but where the goddess at? They say God, 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 but we got a goddess at. And it doesn't come that easy, eh? For many. Say the like God, 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 you hear preachers, Pope. Does the Pope say goddess? No. Adrian Hannah Dragan says goddess. I say goddess. And if it's the last video I make, well, who knows? Life is short these days, you know. But or I like to roam and call all willingly loving, and it's gotta be all willingly loving because love have from the goddess. Trickle down one kiss from the star, heavens, queen of heaven above. One kiss turned into 718 trillions of kisses. Kisses God for my willingly loving allies and armies. Can kiss, 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 massage with that. Hug, workout, train, exercise, push-ups, squats, hogs. Give me some push-ups. Give me a dance. East, march, march, march. Read the art, art, art. That can. And kisses for my willingly loving allies and armies. Make love tonight is the main message. After all, what I'm gonna say, meditate, digress, do XYZ. The main message is make love tonight. Might rap a little bit. Warning attention. Let me get it out of the system. Gonna drink some coffee, la la la, I could use a hug, tra la la. Yep, I am broke, but my rap is gold. Yep, they don't want me to rap way too much. Yep, dragon booty, big to watch, 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 la. Clock, clock, tick, tick, rainbows on the fellows, fellows. Yep, on the marshmallow, chump, chump. Put some liquor with some buzz. Why they so selfish? Yep, I don't know, but they ain't giving much. Love, love, love. Sometimes it's more better to integrate something in the system, to assimilate it, integrate it. Citizen integration TV, right? Because there's tensions in the public sphere, there's crises. We live in a crisis. We have a crisis. We're in crisis mode. Local, national, international. Let's be honest. Some say World War III has started. Back in 2019, yours truly had said that we are on a path towards a World War III, an international conflagration again. Humanity, humanity, humanity. I was a geopolitical analyst analyzing the trends, events which had transpired up to October 2019, had taken into consideration everything which had transpired geopolitically, and then back in October 2019 came to the conclusion that we humanity are again on a path towards another international conflagration, and so created the General War Integrated Body Training System, aka the Dragon Army Workout. Designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with a World War III scenario, yes. Got proof. I have hundreds of workout videos. I've created it paradoxically, and this is a paradox, as a world peace advocate, but also as a geopolitical analyst, student scholar, because I'm learning every day of history, geopolitics, civilization, and wars. And back in October 2019, sounded the alarm. I said, humanity, this trend that we're going through, it's towards another international conflagration, aka World War III. And so created, made, and designed the General War Integrated Whole Body Training System, of which I've performed and completed more than 250 sessions so far. Yesterday, Wednesday, 2 days ago, Tuesday, and 3 days ago, Monday. 3 in a row, did them outside. Did a 3 hour special General War Integrated Whole Body Training System. Then Tuesday, 93 minutes, and yesterday again, 3 hours. You can check it on YouTube. Hundreds of videos live on Facebook of my workout training program system, which is simple, effective, and efficient, requires no equipment, which I'm very proud to have created. I'm looking for volunteers willingly loving to set up the 1-800 Dragon Army Workout, the application, the app, Dragon Workout app, fundraising, and with all the LOV, love is action. But that's what I've concluded back in 2019. Humanity, brothers and sisters, we're again towards another path, towards the path towards an international conflagration. And so created, made, and designed the General War Integrated Body Training System. So now I'm gonna jump back again because digressed a bit. The netizen who made the comment, whatever, was due to my posting a comment relating to my scenario, geopolitical analysis, and workout videos. It wrote to me, take your meds. That I just did. I did 100 push-ups, I did 100 squats, 100 hogs. That was medicine for me. Then I wrote, I do admit that I could use a good massage therapy. I wish I could afford a good massage therapy. Good session. That's what I could use. Right? I could need. I don't know, whatever, if it wrote back or not. Sometimes it's my official volunteer representative. Sometimes it's my official volunteer representative. Sometimes it's my official volunteer representative. Liable work. Liable work. Liable work is my official volunteer representative, which interacts with the directives to respond on social media. Yours truly, Adrian, had a dragon on this meditative pre-storm. It's supposed to be a big storm here in Hawk Island, Montreal, and surrounding areas. Lightning, thunder, hail, and even a tornado. The dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom was the complementary, cooperative counterpart to the global technocratic corporate system, which which um, which is which is now in the world, which has arisen over many decades. Let's say since after the Second World War, or even before, more or less, mostly after the Second World War, and after the 80s, the dissolution of the Soviet Union, and so on and so forth. The dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, but of course specifically, so when I say the dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, I'm referring of course to an abstract philosophical ideal and mission as the androgynous pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, which I am. Which I'm calling all willingly loving east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south, and my brothers and sisters. I urgent call them. Channel the aggression, channel the violence, channel and sublimate, or get angry and moody. Said, my therapy and medicine is going for a march, going for a walk, doing some push-ups, doing some squats, doing some hawks. Because we feel emotions negative, we get triggered, upset. Rational emotional life is part of us, whether for XYZ reasons and motives. Just had a great quote from an old library friend sending me many quotes. Great quotes, philosophical, spiritual, intellectual, full of wisdom, wit, or just simple practical advice in day-to-day living. And it says that yes, we are a collective of our experiences, choices that we made. I've made plenty of bad choices. I've made mistakes. I make mistakes on the daily. I'm self-improvement, this and that. I'm great at some things. Got some brain and some muscle. I'm the world's greatest living, dancing, millennial rainbow poet. In combination, the world's greatest living, dancing, millennial rainbow poet. A great philosopher. Excellent geopolitical analyst and theorist. To analyze situations, and if you want a commission on a geopolitical analysis, in-depth perspective with analysis going in depth and profound and a little bit complex and sophisticated analysis, for example, of the Ukraine-Russia crisis, you can commission a video. Commission a video sponsor. I'm still waiting for my first dollar donation via PayPal for my work on YouTube. I take pride of being raw, real, and edited videos. Sometimes you don't see the click, you don't see the click, you don't see my videos don't interrupt. My YouTube channel, whether philosophical videos, workout videos, dancing videos, or videos, discussion, lecturing, meditating, and ranting, cups of coffee, or even reading for an hour, 2 hours, sometimes even 3 hours on subjects, topics which I don't have expertise or am fully versatile or well versed in or well too knowledgeable on different degrees. I know a little bit about this, a little bit about that. I'm great at some things. Other things I am mediocre, I admit it. Average, do admit it, some things I'm average. Basketball, mediocre, average, suck. No. Other things I'm great. Push-ups I'm very good at. Squats, excellent. Hawks, superb. Marching, one of the best. Calling the leaders of the free world to come march with yours truly in Hawk Island, Montreal for the Dragon Zero World Peace Summit. Calling all willingly living to support. We're gonna live stream, raw and direct. No need to read too much from a piece of paper, of course, unless it's technical, of a technical nature, of information, statistics, then yes, of course. Let's do a meditation now for the speaking of statistics and what's happening now as I'm doing this live video at 1:41 p.m. I'm gonna say thank you, love you, and bless you, farmers of the civilization of collective of North American civilization, the North American civilizational collective. Thank you to the farmers, to the truckers who transport the food. We gotta be grateful, brothers and sisters, for the food. Food is holy, sacred, and divine. The motto of the Dancing Goddess Army is all fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. Now, in a non-sectarian manner, secular manner, you don't have to say goddess. You can say Mother Nature, planet Earth, the black fertile earth, the black fertile earth, the black fertile earth. And the golden sun rays and the light and the heat and the golden sun rays of the sun with the water, because it needs the water cycles and even the storms, the rain cycles, to produce all fruits, vegetables, and legumes which our brothers and sisters farmers harvest for us to make, build, maintain, or upgrade. Hopefully maintain or upgrade civilization. And this is a universal truth. Other things within our cultures, North Americans were very different from those on the East Coast. Well, not very, but different ways. I mean, some things different from my own neighbors here. To the north, to the south, to the east, to the west. Got neighbors in east, west, north, south. Have neighbors south, north, east, west. Around about me, neighbors. So many things I'm different. Some are shorter, taller. I perhaps better at this. They're better at that. We gotta complement, cooperate, complement, work together. Sometimes it's not easy to work together. It's not always easy. The public life, it's not always easy. It's not. We have to admit we have tensions. We get upset. It's our psychological dispositions, cultural influences, experiences, right? Economic, financial, commercials, pressures. Like I'm broke, but my work is gold. My rent's paid for June. It's June 16th now. I can work. Write children's books, work out, write, type, show love. My willingly loving allies and armies, do meditation videos, explain my work, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. I have food, so I'm good. I have pasta, sardines, noodles. I got noodles, pasta, sardines, noodles, and pasta, and a little bit of black pepper, some red condiments to make pasta or whatever. XYZ, right? So I have food for the next days. All the food I have could even last me for 2 weeks if I don't buy, purchase, acquire any other food items. So I can work. Today, work. After this video, I clean my room, office, and temple. It's colorful but a bit messy. So before the revolution, I still gotta clean my room, clean the floor, swipe, clean up, set up some things to give away, donate, and do a triage. Right? My own room, office, and temple. Dance, meditate, write, create, do. Sometimes it also requires doing. It's thinking, philosophical, intellectual, sophisticated, as much as the philosophy of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom can be sophisticated. Also as a simple, straightforward, and direct, and even universal truth. This black cup of coffee that I'm drinking comes from a red berry. The black bean comes from that red berry inside. The bean from the red berry. And it's made, produced, and created. Somebody's laughing. That's good. There's hope. Hopefully somebody's making love now. Or after 3 p.m. or tonight. Or yesterday at my workout, I saw a couple giving me a hug, hugging, kissing. I said, yes. Yeah. There's now buying, selling, frenzy, stock market, buy, sell. It's happening now. Trading, trading. New York Stock Exchange, Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street. Who made a million today? Who made a 500,000 today? No, no, no. XYZ, who lost a million? Who lost a million? No, no. Kisses got trillions of kisses got for my willingly loving allies and armies. Some washing, cleaning, some brain and some muscle with that, some brain and some muscle with that, some brain and some muscle with that, some brains and some muscle with that. It's my brothers and sisters, the fuck are we fighting to save? North American collective of North American civilization, the free world for the stock market, for multi-millionaire CEOs of corporations, for the multi-billionaires, multi-millionaire athletes. What's the playoffs? Tonight playoffs, what? NBA, NHL playoffs. They already got their money, the multi-millionaires. My brothers and sisters, we already got 7 houses, 7 cars. Finance some food security, encourage people to work out, train, exercise. And with all the imperfection, the flaws of temperament, character that do have, lust, ain't no way, as I know my own character, dispositions, ain't no way, my brothers and sisters, that if I would have been a multi-millionaire, that would have not financed food security, children's toys, whatever, food security is important for me, children's toys, people encouraged to work out, train, exercise, for environmental issues of recycling or better compost, or for my fellow LGBTQ community. Ain't no way that I would have been that selfish. With all the flaws, the lusts, the issues, the vices that I do have, which I do admit. But with all that, ain't no way that I would have been that selfish to not, if I would have been a millionaire. During these tough economic, financial, commercial times, which have been in the holidays past, Valentine's Day, whatever. Even now, that I would have been that selfish to not finance food security. Food security, food holds holy, sacred, and divine. I'm using this coffee to this energy to get energized, to be able to impart, share my philosophy, my desires, my theories, my work of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. And all fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brothers, and even the black coffee bean, which comes from a red berry, harvested by my brothers and sisters, farmers, leaders of the free will. Go give the farmers a massage, washing of the feet, a good kiss. Dragon Army will do it with you. Integrated citizen, integrated theory, CIT. See how farming is done here. Farming, truckers, all the things. You have this energy that I'm using from Hydro-Quebec. Thank you, workers of Hydro-Quebec. Love you, kiss you, hug you. 63 dams power this energy. Built by brains and muscle of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of workers who work for Hydro-Quebec to build 63 dams so that you, me, everything that's going on now, this, I charged it, my smartphone, get the energy, I'm using the laptop, clean, renewable, zero emission energy. Clean, renewable, zero emission energy that I'm using. Mother Nature friendly, Goddess friendly, let's say. Goddess, bless, kiss you workers of Hydro-Quebec, thanks. My bill is paid, electrical bill. 63 amps power, energy. Coffee makers on. Laptop's not plugged, but it's charged. Phone's not plugged, but it's charged before. Earlier today, this morning, they were both charged. I'm using the light above and all the lights there. From Hydro-Quebec's power. Clean, renewable, zero emission. Pollution friendly. No pollution, no CO2 emission. Renewable energy, clean energy. You can't get better environmentally than the Hydro-Quebec's energy. 63 dams built with brains and muscle, right? With the brains, the technical aspects, how to do it, the cement and the steel put together by brains and muscle and some sacrifice. It's like freedom. You gotta be insured, secure liberty, ensure liberty. Right? It's like we gotta channel, sublimate, channel, brothers and sisters, channel the aggression, channel the violence, channel, sublimate. I have aggression within my own heart. I get moody, get upset. Sometimes subconscious, sometimes because I just fucking need a massage. I can't afford it, it's too expensive. Ah, stop throwing dirt, poison, filth in my eye, brother. Right? Sometimes that's what I need. Good hug. A good That would be good medicine therapy. A good 10-minute hug. Just that feels good. If you're watching this with somebody, nobody's watching anyways, that's okay. Just hug for 10 minutes and say Adrian Hana Dragan. Adrian Hana Dragan. Adrian Hana Dragan. Adrian Hana Dragan. Hug. Hug hard. Love. Yeah, what the fuck are we fighting to save this free world? The collective of North American civilization, the Western civilization, the world for that matter. If somebody's not making love today, somebody's not kissing, holding hands, making love in XYZ rainbow ways, LGBTQ community, lesbian love, homosexual love, to men making love, my LGBTQ community, my brothers, you're fully androgynous, pansexual, make love. You show my LGBTQ community, you show the world that love will triumph. You make more love, extra love, double love, plus love, extra double, kiss hard, hug, massage, wash each other, give each other a bath, man. Clean, get dirty but get back clean. Meditate, think, be grateful, grateful, thankful. Love you, farmers. Love you, the farmers who harvested this black coffee bean. Wish I could give you a washing of the feet, kissing. Truckers, thank you, carrying it all those groceries across the supply chains for North America. I can complain, make a video about XYZ. I've been depressed, I've been suicidal, struggled with philosophies, suffered. Ideologies. I'm a universal revolutionary centrist with my own theories. The Trinity, the Holy Sacred Divine Trinity, citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, democratic fusion theory. Democratic fusion theory, debt refusion theory, citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, democratic fusion theory. A trinity of theories which constitute the compendium of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. I'm calling the implementation local, national, international ASAP. That trinity of theories, would to that trinity adding the fourth dimension, important ingredient of love, and love is action. Because if you're my willingly loving ally and army and you pledge your allegiance, Adrian Hannah Dragon's dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom, to the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom, to the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom. Well, I got massages, I got kisses, washing in the feet, tickles, can dance, can work out, can drill you, push-ups, let's do push-ups, standing formation. You to the east, to the west, to the north, push-ups, 10 push-ups, we'll do it with you. Bust a dance move, we'll do it with you. Hug, kiss. Learn, laugh, cry. I cry. I get upset, get moody. Broke, but my work is gold. And it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. What is profit? I am for prosperity. Prosperity. Ensuring, securing liberty. But my brothers and sisters, there's no way that as billionaires and now financing, food security, housing, infrastructure, transport, public transport infrastructure. Ain't no way. And with all the imperfections and the vices and character, temperament that do possess and do admit that do have, I am for the greater good as the dancing goddess. The dragon's kingdom, mission, vision, and philosophy is for the greater good. I channel my own aggressions by working out, training, exercising, of which I am also urging and calling for all to do. Do a push-up, do 10 push-ups if you get moody, upset, angry. Do 50 push-ups, do 50 squats, jog a half an hour. Has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for me personally, and believe it is for many as well. 77 pounds down on my fitness journey. I'm calling for the mass financing thereof. People to work out, train, exercise via citizen integration theory. The creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, which is modeled after my scenario, which of course began in 2019 October. The Dragan Army, integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations. They encourage people to work out, train, exercise, secure food, housing, and transport. I'm grateful, thankful for this cup of coffee. Food have. Once again, thank you to the farmers who harvest the fruits for us to build, maintain, or upgrade. Hopefully maintain or upgrade civilization. Hopefully somebody's making LOV now, because otherwise what are we fighting for if somebody's not going to make love tonight, today, in this hot island Montreal? Huh? Somebody's not kissing, hugging. What are we fighting for to save? Stock market. It's 1:56 p.m. It's 1:56 p.m. It's 1:56 p.m. EST in Hawk Island, Montreal. Who made a million? Who made 500,000? Who made 100,000 since the stock market opened at what, 8:30 a.m. in the morning? Is gonna give to charity, maybe hopefully 10% for food security, maybe. Maybe for housing. I don't know. Do know that have vices, have lusts. I'm not perfect. Do not, will not play it self-righteous, because do have flaws of character, temperament, lust, and vices. But with all that, no way that if I would have been a multi-millionaire or even billionaire, no way that I would have not financed food security, housing, transport, issues for my LGBTQ community, specific to the LGBTQ community. Cause myself, I've lost economic, financial, commercial opportunity, continuance of economic, financial, commercial benefits due to being LGBTQ, right? Due to being LGBTQ. I've lost it. My brothers and sisters, my reform for the 21st century, for the global Dragon Union, for the global Dragon Union, for the global Dragon Union. Try to limit gossip. Try to limit gossip in the workplaces. Limit gossip. Because gossip, man, you know, gossip, what would do, doesn't empower us, doesn't ennoble us, doesn't make us better, or whatever. And I'm not perfect. Yeah, I lust. Our vices get moody, upset. Some things I'm mediocre at, average. Some things I'm great, excellent, super. Philosophy, geopolitical analysis, great at, excel. Got some brain, got some muscle. The dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom applies both. Brain and muscle, muscle and brain, brains and muscle. Some philosophy, some art, but also action. Because action is required, right? If I get moody, upset, still do nothing about it, maybe I'll get even moodier, even more upset, even more depressed. I've been depressed, I've been suicidal. Sometimes what a person needs is just a good massage, right? A good love. Hug for 10 minutes. Tickle. Kiss. Other things. Sexuality, right? It's a major part of my own being. lust and sexual desires and lusts, being androgynous, pansexual. Channel, sublimate, sublimate and channel. Sublimate and channel are key words. Understanding of our natures. And I'm on the journey of my own self-understanding, which can be complex with different dimensions and manifest differently at points in time with different situations and scenarios, right? Channel and sublimate. Just like we gotta channel aggression and violence, we gotta channel sexual impulses and sublimate them into art, volunteering, working out, writing a book, writing a poem, writing a song, running a half an hour, jogging an hour, marching 3 hours, whatever the case may be. Like I'm gonna, this afternoon after 3 p.m., I'm gonna clean my room, house and temple, purify it, reorder it on the storm which is supposed to come. Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdoms, two complementary and cooperative and covenant institutions, which I'm calling the creation, local, national, international. I'm in Hawk Island, Montreal, so it's first and foremost from this collective of North American civilization, the North American civilizational collective part, but yet emerging from and a little bit distinct from Western civilization and part of the human civilization to believe in one human race. But we have cultures, languages, even within the English language, and my English is diverse. Academic English, can have a little bit of street English. Experienced both the libraries and the street. I am for the greater good. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. His vision, mission, and philosophy is for the greater good. But via creating this complementary covenant and cooperative institutions to be integrated with all existing private and public institutions via and by the application and implementation of my trinity of theories known as citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and debt refusion theory. That trinity of theories for the creation of the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, which are officially the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, to be of security and service and to be integrated east, west, north, south across all levels of civilization, of constitution, of the economy, of the financial, the commercial system, and to apply citizen integration theory so that with a Dragon Army and integrated with all existing public and private institutions to go see how farming is done, for example. Farming here in Quebec, Montreal, how the dams work and where the dams are, how recycling plants operate, how compost, where compost is made, all these things which we have as a civilization. The compost, the recycling, the farming, the transportation, citizen integration theory applied, implemented via the Dragon Army to encourage citizens to have organized daily, weekly events to go see these things with community organizations, cross community organizations, public and private partnerships. So we integrate because we have specialization which occurred. This has created alienation. I go intersectorial, intersectors. See all sectors of the economy. For example, how taking care of the elderly is being done in the hospitals. Right? To go have volunteering and to go a few hours to see the farms, to see the vineyards, to see the dairy farms, the cattle farms, the potato farms, to see the dams of the Hydro-Quebec, some of the 63, see how transport, all the things which we have at all levels, education, in schools, citizen integration theory, by debt refusion theory, for the creation of these two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions. The International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, the Dragan Army, security and service. Services, well, with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love. The concept simple, harm none, mutual understanding and love. That harm none, with consent, consent, consent. All services which can be offered. Cleaning, helping with the children, taking them out to run for half an hour because they're driving the parents crazy. Dragons east, west, north, south. Take the children for an hour to play in the park, play soccer, do push-ups, squats, exercise, train, work out, dance, 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 whatever it is. And the children want to go run, push-ups. Parents need an hour for themselves. Drag an army to be offered a service. Help carrying some groceries, maybe help with some cooking, with applications, and integrated with all social media, radio, television, in the public sphere, in the public life, public-private partnership. But of course, there has to be no abuse. So he, trucker, or Dragon Army service needs a drove for just drove for 11 hours. Can't afford a massage therapy. Say, type application 1-800 number. I'm gonna reach Montreal, Hawk Island in at around this time. Can somebody meet me around this way? I'd really need a good neck rub, a good half an hour, 15 minute, 20 minute, an hour massage for the back. Can a dragon respond to that? Because I've been driving for 11 hours and carrying these groceries. Service. Yeah, brother or sister, worker or whatever worker, we got you. Offer the service, no problem. I want service. All services. To move towards an economic, financial, commercial system of purpose and pleasure. Of purpose and pleasure. Of purpose and pleasure. Purpose. Maintaining or and hopefully upgrading civilization as we go towards the stars, interstellar satellite space exploration and space stations. Right, there's the ISS now going around the planet now. Where's the ISS now? Maybe over North America, maybe over Asia, Europe, Africa, maybe Pacific Ocean, which is that way. That is west for me. That is east for me. That is the Atlantic. Pacific is that way. I'm facing north. Back of me is south. International Space Station. Integrated across all levels of the economy. An economic, financial, commercial system for pleasure and purpose. The body, philosophy, the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, and my Adrian Dragon's philosophy is that the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. Educate the youth, the children, and not the body, the anatomy. That is a temple for purpose, work, do art, dance, explore this world, nature and civilization, learn, develop the brain, learn different languages, learn XYZ, whatever we excel or want to acquire in parallel to our existing skills or knowledge and can only learn every day. Mute with nature, harmony, and nature is the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom's vision is to strive for nature, harmony with nature, to be in concordium with nature, in equilibrium, civilization and nature, right? The dancing goddess are to explore all the things we explore, to do the things we do, for pleasure, to give pleasure and receive pleasure, consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, mutual understanding and love, consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, consent and hygiene. Because my brothers and sisters, I'm in my underground room, office, and temple now. If you step out of my underground room, office, and temple, I'm no longer just private citizen dragon. Right now, turn everything off, close the lights, pull the blinds on my windows, get naked, dance naked on Madonna, Kanye West, or Tekashi 69. I can do that if I want. Because my rent is paid, so my obligation duty to pay my rent has been fulfilled for June. Electrical bill obligation to pay my electrical bill, responsibility to pay my rent, my electrical bill has been fulfilled. Half of my phone bill. I'm a bit late on my phone bill. I'm a bit late on my phone bill. I'm a bit late on my phone bill. That Trinity, fourth dimension, have food, coffee, water, tea, tea. So I'm gonna work. Clean my room off some temple. I'm doing this video, which is work. Meditate, philosophical, intellectual, even spiritual work, right? Doing this meditation, spiritual work. But the spirituality which you have as a universal spiritual teaching student is one that also affirms the body, that doesn't see the body as something shameful, something gross, something to be embarrassed by. It functions. It's a holy, sacred, divine thing. And even pleasure. Pleasure in the dancing goddess of the Dragon Kingdom is holy, sacred, and divine. If I die tonight, get struck by lightning XYZ, my name, allies, and armies, kiss, hug, massage, wash, dance, kiss, massage, dance, wash, kiss, massage, dance, wash. Adrian, Dragon's dancing goddess and Dragon Kingdom. If I die tonight, then known as a goddess. I got one message for the Pope. Is okay, God, your God, your God, your God, but where's the goddess at? Well, goddess is all around us. Trees are the hairs on the goddess's body. The goddess dances with her brother the sun to make, create, and produce all the fruits, vegetables, and legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, upgrade, or build civilization. Right? That's how we build, maintain, or upgrade civilization. By the fruits of the dance with that the goddess, the sister of, dances with her brother the sun. That is the motto, an official philosophy motto, embody the philosophical, spiritual, philosophical, even artistic, spiritual, philosophical motto of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. The dancing goddess army is all fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. That our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, upgrade, maintain civilization. Love you, farmers. Hug you hard. Give you energy. Bless you with kisses. Bless your hands, your feet. Farmers east, farmers west, farmers north, farmers south. From the collective of North America civilization, North American civilizational collective, to the world. The truckers of North America now and beyond. Transporting bananas, potatoes, east, west, north, south. Bags of groceries, lettuce, right? Onions, tomatoes, coffee. Well, coffee can come from Central America, Africa, or Asia, because we don't grow coffee in North America. We don't grow coffee. Well, because do include Cuba. Correction. Since my theory includes Cuba in the North American civilizational collective, in the civilization of North America, collective of North American civilization, paradoxically do include Cuba. Lectured in the past of this theory, which is called the collective of North American civilization, which is my own geopolitical theory, that we in North America constitute a collective of civilization, civilizational collective of North America, emerging from, yet distinct from, Western civilization. Which you can see my past videos due to that. Just developed a theory, geopolitical theory, over the past years of analysis and learning and education of the development of North America. So paradoxically do include Cuba. So Cuba, correction, grows coffee, right? So there is coffee in North America, since I do include Cuba in North America. And Haiti, do include Haiti and the Dominican Republic and the island in the collective of North American civilization. for XYZ motives, reasons. Social, political, cultural, tourism, and even geographical area. So this black coffee was made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother, the sun, harvested by one of my brothers or sisters, farmers somewhere in the world. Don't know where it comes from. Doesn't say. Do know that it's rich, dark roast. Country of origin on this bo- box doesn't say. Usually it says made in, sometimes Colombia, Vietnam, Ivory Coast, Brazil, major coffee producer. So it can be from either or, even Panama, Costa Rica. All fruits are made, produced, and created by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. Now making a meditation across east, west, north, south. Somebody's thank you to those in the food industry for making a cheeseburger, hamburger, fries, making a salad, making fries east, west, north, south, and to feed a trucker, feed a family, feed a children. Food security is a very, very important element for your studios. We're in a crisis. Supposedly, we are heading towards, or we are already in a global food crisis. Try to eliminate food waste. I have been an advocate. My brothers and sisters who are on the top of this corporate CEO of corporations ladder, I wish it should have taken decades to change the policy to discard. We discard so much waste. Even good chocolates, good produce is thrown to the garbage in the compost bin, not in the compost, but in the compactor, squeezed, so that it's no longer edible, no longer consumable. Every day, so much food waste from the big corporations, mostly. So much food waste. Try to eliminate food waste. Food prices are increasing, have increased. Inflation. What is the gas price today? Last time I checked, it was record price, $2.24. 0.9. I don't drive, take public transit, but I feel because I calculate mathematically on the salaries at par for the family since in February 2020, the onset, when I know I had COVID because I had all the symptoms. I say that I died during COVID and being reborn. Triple vaccinated, open for business. COVID was very sick ill for like almost 3 weeks. Thought I was gonna die. Many ways I did die. All the COVID symptoms. All the COVID symptoms. Yeah. All the COVID symptoms. I died during COVID. Being reborn. Adrian had a dragon androgynous pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the dragon king. Not perfect, with vices, get moody, get triggered, get upset, but I am for the greater good. Back in February 2020, gas was average in Hawk Island, Montreal, 93 cents. Average in June is more than $2.20. More than doubled, more than doubled, more than doubled. Price of gas. Looming global food crisis. I do believe my trinity of theories, citizen integration theory, debt fusion theory, democratic fusion theory, best at this point in time for their implementation, east, west, north, south. 2:19 p.m. EST in Hawk Island. Maybe by 3 p.m. I'll get my first dollar donation. I can do even more work for the dancing goddess and the dragon king. For the greater good, for this mission. To create the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, organizations, the Dragon Army, complementary covenant and cooperative to the Dancing Goddess Army, officially the Dancing Goddess Army, the International Integrated Dance League, for pleasure and purpose, purpose for the environment, environmental education, the Dancing Goddess Army, for Mother Nature, better recycling methods, practices, better compost, mass solar financing, and for pleasure to dance for pleasure. And complementary, covenant, and cooperative to the Dragon army to be of security and service. Secure the three essential elements of civilization for all: food, housing, and transport. Dragon army. Once food is secured, transport is secured, housing is secured. To that trinity, food, housing, and transport, which are the pillars of civilization, the main civilizational pillars. Food, as we maintain, build or maintain or upgrade, hopefully maintain or at least maintain or if not upgrade civilization by food. Right? We need food to do X, Y, Z, even to love, to massage, to kiss, to wash, to drink, to clean my room, office, and temple. I need this energy from the coffee. Maybe have some noodles. I got what I'm gonna have for late lunch. Gonna have three noodle bags, 25 cents each. I got about 30, maybe 40 noodle bags left. Gotta count, gotta do a count. 75 cents is gonna be my food on a budget. But each has more than 300 calories, so it's gonna feed me for be able to do hours of work with that. Right? So I have calories in it. The food, right? 25 cents each cost me the noodle, whether chicken, a noodle soup. I'm not gonna put a lot of water, so it's gonna be more noodles, vegetable and beef, right? The flavor. I'm gonna mix those three. 75 cents for my lunch. I'm gonna be eating on a budget. Mr. Leaders of the Free World, see you yesterday news, reading from a piece of paper. I said, couldn't you memorize a paragraph? You don't have to worry about cooking. You don't have to worry about food. Mr. Jens Stoltenberg, NATO, Secretary General, my brother. Was it so hard? I mean, I presume you don't cook for yourself at those summits. You got lunch served. I have to cook for myself. I'm grateful for the food security here in local Hawk Island, Montreal. I cook. I love cooking. I cook for the dancing goddess and the dragon army. Some good. Given the tools. Right? My brother, can't you memorize 3 sentences? Was it that fucking hard? Somebody else probably wrote that page for it. These are the free world politicians. They got more money for those PR agencies for the suit and tie to get the tie and the be too tight for my neck to loosen it up a little bit. Suit and tie, private jets. They got money, finance, economic for that. My brothers and sisters, I'm not voting anymore. I decided I'm not gonna vote. That's it. Don't hear any politician, leader of the free world say I love you. The fuck? Fuck are we fighting to say for, man? Buy, sell, stock market, buy, sell, trade, buy, sell, trade, buy, sell, trade. Crypto. I say no more monkey business. I say no more monkey business. I say no more monkey business. Secure food, housing, and transport. Local, national, international. Work on the fourth dimension. Services and moving towards a post-COVID New World Order of world peace, international justice, global freedom, security, and insured, and an economic, financial, commercial system of pleasure and purpose. Of pleasure and purpose. Purpose to maintain or hopefully upgrade civilization. Purpose to maintain, hopefully, at least upgrade civilization, maintain or upgrade civilization, world peace. Pleasure in XYZ, whatever pleasure can be. Dancing, working out, training, exercising, doing push-ups is a pleasure for me. It would be a pleasure to receive a massage, to give a massage, to give and receive. Because if it's only receive, well, I want to have a symbiotic relationship with my willingly loving allies and armies, not a parasitical one. I want to have a symbiotic, mutually beneficial relation with all my willingly loving allies and armies, and not a parasitic one. I will to have a symbiotic and mutually beneficial relation with all my willingly loving allies and armies, and not a parasitical one. So give and receive. Who made 1 million today in an hour from 1:15 p.m. EST? Elon Musk, you made 1 billion. Nothing against wealth, prosperity, but my brothers, multimillionaires, billionaires, mass finance, food security, and the Dragon Army, public-private partnership, the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdoms, mission, vision, and philosophy. Creation of these two institutions, new institutions, 21st century institutions. The 21st century also global Dragon Union, a 21st century union, a universal revolutionary centrist union, which of course takes into consideration all the things of civilization, the skills, the competencies that we have, and that is for the greater good, for mutually beneficials. Right? And that takes that in consideration. Sure, some meritocracy, right? Like I said, I've lost economic, financial, commercial continuance and opportunity and blessings and continuance of economic, financial, commercial due to being LGBTQ. But my brothers in the workplace, try to limit gossip, mutual support, help if you can, if you can help mutual support. Try to address, give everybody second and third chances, even more, depending on the gravity. Use discernment, analysis, wisdom. Right? Sometimes we get emotional. We feel like rolling on, slapping, doing channel, sublimate, do push-ups, do squats, do hogs, dance. Just put music and go crazy for 5, 10 minutes, half an hour. Just dance for half an hour. Get sweat, sweat, sweat. Right? The workplace, Dragon principles, 11 holy, sacred, and divine for the 21st century global Dragon Union and International Workers Alliance. And the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdoms, two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions to be created by debt refusion theory, which is my theory, of course, and calling the implementation ASAP. Debt refusion theory to take all existing public and private debt, my debt, for example, to the Royal Bank of Canada, that lion holding the globe, is 9,977, I believe. So almost, let's round it up. It's $10,000, my debt. So the credit line, $10,000 in debt. $10,000 I'm in debt. Taking the private and the public debt, all public and private debt, student debt, loans, all private and public debt. The number in US dollars from the collective of North American civilization to NATO, Israel, and the world beyond. The Americas, I'm Pan American. My brothers and sisters of the America, I speak Spanish and of course French, very French. Three main languages, of course, Portuguese and Creole, of course, in Haiti. We don't have only three languages, the main languages. We have many, many languages here in Hawk Island, Montreal. More than 156 languages. Just in Denege, my old neighborhood. Now I'm in NDG, Notre Dame de Grasse, in Hawk Island, Montreal. Right? I have so many languages. I'm a polyglot, speaks French, English, and Spanish. The American continent, we got two oceans, Pacific and Atlantic. We are unique in the Americas' uniqueness that we're bordered by two oceans. The Pacific, that way, which is the east. Pacific, correction, is on the west. That's the Pacific on the west coast, the Pacific Ocean, and that's the east for me. East for me, which is the Atlantic. Crossover, we get Africa, Middle East, Europe. The other side, Pacific, we get Asia, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, China, Indonesia, Pacific, right? Australia. We got two oceans, the Americas. My policy for the collective of North American civilization, the civilization of North American collective, is simple. one border, two oceans. Was an American twice in past life, served in the U.S. Army, many past lives, many incarnations. My brothers and sisters, we got one border, two oceans. We got two oceans, the Pacific, the Atlantic. My own theories for the defense of the civilization of North, the collective of North American civilization. I'm not gonna go into because so. But we got two oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific. We got two oceans, Pacific and Atlantic. The Pacific and the Atlantic. That way, Atlantic, that way, the Pacific. A uniqueness in terms of the geographical expanse which we have in the geographical realities of the collective of North American civilization. So the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdoms, complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, to be a complementary and cooperative institutions that counterbalance, bring equilibrium as much as we can to the existing technocratic corporate global order. Because in the past decades, let's say since maybe 1989, I'm going to say 1989, I'm going to say 1989 due to the fall of the Berlin Wall, maybe. The fall of the Berlin Wall, the fall of the Berlin Wall, with the reunification of Germany, more and more globalization has sped up, or it could be before, of course. Globalization, internationalization, financialization. And of course, in the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, I believe in maximum 10% interest post when we do the debt refusion theory put into application, taking all private and public debt, taking the number of whatever, all the public and the private debt for the alliance of North America, NATO, beyond the Americas, Africa, brothers and sisters in Israel, Middle East, right? Take all the debt, refuse it, create a new global currency. My theory on it, simple. The the Universal Exchange Unit. And with that finance, the debt refusion, the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions. The National Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dancing, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. Complementary and cooperative institutions, 21st century institutions. Pleasure and purpose. Dance to encourage people to work out, train, exercise, integrate, see how all things of civilization, farming is done, how transportation is done, how work in the warehouses is done, work in the schools, cleaning, sanitation, recycling, sanitation of the city. It's composting, the compost. How is it done? How electrical grids operate. The dams here, 63 dams in across the province of Quebec, they operate. The big power lines, which power, electrical power now powers all. And the farming. Connect the rural and the urban, the farming. Connect the teachers and the bureaucrats and those living in the skyscrapers, condos, in the Westmount, the gated communities with the our brothers and sisters farmers. Because everybody gotta eat, everybody gotta eat. Perhaps that's the universal truth. Along with all fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dancing goddess of dances with her brother sun. Our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest those fruits. Perhaps the universal truth is everybody gotta eat, right? I gotta eat, you gotta eat. The Pope gotta eat. Eating the Pope. Dragon Army to be of security and service. I want my willingly loving allies and armies to have a mutually beneficial, loving, symbiotic relation, right? Appreciate be everything that we have. Coffee, my rent's paid, electricity bill is paid in full, rent is paid in full, half of my phone bill is paid. So that trinity of bills, fourth dimension, have food and coffee. A little bit of honey, even grateful for that. Local honey from up the rooftop of a school. What I could use could be an extra, be a good massage therapy. Who's the multi-millionaires of the multi-millionaires in the patriarchal sports leagues, NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB? Who's the richest? They'll tell me Google. Say, here comes live stream, the richest gives hopefully a third, and the owners, the CEOs of the NFL teams, NHL teams, NBA teams, MLB teams give half. The owner CEOs got to give half. The players a third to the dancing goddess and the dragon army. Of food security, housing, transport. Food security, housing, transport. Food, housing, transport secured. After that, Trinity work on the fourth dimension. Environmental and civilizational, Mother Nature civilization. Balance and equilibrium, man. Purpose and pleasure, an economic, financial, commercial system of purpose and pleasure. Trying to introduce more work, more play into the workforce. This has changed, right? We have automation, and supercomputers, and gadgets. Secure food, housing, and transport. Public-private partnership with the satellites to all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And we work on that. You can have pleasure and purpose. Services is the fourth dimension to the trinity of food, housing, and transport being secured. Ensure secure liberty. Ensure and secure liberty, and help people with XYZ. Channel the aggression. Do workout, train, exercise. Take care of your body. Dragons take care of the body. Your body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. Take a bath after working out, hard exercise. Emotions. Admit. I admit I'm not perfect, far from it. Great to develop own psychological theories and analysis and independent psychosexual theories, which I've developed for the past years with my own self, from reading, from exploring others, not just LGBTQ, although mainly from an LGBTQ rainbow dragon perspective, but not, of course, only centric to the LGBTQ community, of course, because we live together, right? We live together. What do we have in common? We have in common lots of things, more common denominators than things that separate us. Everybody gotta eat. Right? Who's rich? Who's making a trade now? Multi-billionaire, multi-millionaires in Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street. They also gotta eat, right? Also gotta eat. Feed to do XYZ. Food, holy, sacred, and divine. Dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom. Dancing goddess in the dragon's kingdoms. Two complementary, cooperative, and covenant institutions. The International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, with aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, the Dancing Goddess Army. Complementary and covenanting cooperation. They go hand in hand, the two institutions of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon King, which I'm the androgynous pansexual founder thereof. I'm calling all within you loving. Support in every way you can to move towards a post-COVID economic, financial, commercial system of pleasure and purpose. My brothers and sisters, try to avoid in the workplaces the gossip, gossip, gossip. As we chew our nails. We have jealousies, we have envies, resentments. I've been in dark places, depressed, suicidal. Said all this learning, philosophy, theory, it does require action also. It requires the doing, the doing part. Also the being, but also the doing, right? And that's why in the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, the being and the more pleasure focus is done during the Sabbath, which starts Friday at midnight and ends about Sunday or around 3 p.m. or so. Friday midnight, our vision is from Friday midnight to Sunday 3 p.m. And after 3 p.m. Sunday, the regular week of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom begins. During the Sabbath is dancing, kissing, pleasure, 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 regeneration, regeneration, regeneration. During the week is work, meditation, volunteering, more the doing, the doing, the doing. And during the weekend, during the Sabbath, which I call the Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, to be more for rest, for pleasure, for regeneration. Two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions to be integrated with all existing public and private institutions, to bring counterbalancing, and these institutions are the psychological, spiritual, even psychosexual, due to me being LGBTQ. And let's face it, LGBTQ sexual liberation has not come without blood, sweat, and tears for me personally, for you, for the collective of North American civilization, or for my brothers and sisters, east, west, north, south, my fellow rainbow nation across nations. Has come for me personally. Look how many years it took. We only had one open LGBTQ player in all the four patriarchal sports leagues. Only one. Carl Nassib of the NFL. Of course, there's more. Was the playoffs playing tonight or tomorrow? 5 versus 5 out of those 10, there's at least one who's LGBTQ, just like on the ice rink in the NHL, there's one. At any given time when they're playing, there's one LGBTQ out of 10 for sure. I have no doubt about it. You could say it's 1 out of 15 or whatever, 1 out of 20, but or you could say one on each team of the four patriarchal sports leagues: the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. And that there's no doubt. I have no doubt about it. Whether for economic, financial, commercial reasons and motives, I understand this. I've lost my own continuance of economic, financial, commercial blessings due to being LGBTQ, and perhaps a little gossip and slander and what have you. It happens. I've suffered, struggled, depressed, suicidal. I've been low, rock bottom, down and out. I'm now in my underground room office and temple, private citizen dragon. This private citizen dragon can turn everything off, close the blinds, put Madonna music, Tekashi 6ix9ine music, or Kanye West music, and get naked and dance naked if so will in my underground room, office, and temple. That nobody sees but me. And if I will, when I step outside, I'm also public citizen. So public and the private to be balanced in harmony is also part of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. If somebody wills to stay 2 meters away from a fellow citizen, he has to have that right. Rights and obligations, obligations and rights, rights and responsibilities, duties, responsibilities with the rights, rights, rights. Has to be balanced, counterbalanced. The rights and obligations. Sometimes it's not simple. We have dispositions, emotional dispositions, which make us feel resentful. I've dealt with jealousies we have in the workplace. I've dealt my own being a little bit jealous, or more jealous, or perhaps too much jealous of XYZ factors. Man, the person is much taller than me. Do I feel? Do we feel inferior sometimes? Do we feel sometimes in certain with certain things to others, whether competency, skills, whether in sports or in philosophy or in other things, we can. And these are feelings, emotions, which are hard to admit. Hard to admit. Hard to admit. Right? The jealousies, the envy, the resentment. It's hard beyond that higher level of self. I'm not claiming I'm always there. I'm 1 foot in the higher self. I'm trying to stay balanced in the middle of my spiritual, psychological, physical self. As my universal spiritual teachings are, we have the lower self, the medium or the intermediary self, and the higher self. And this is not only spiritually but also psychologically as well, right? I have jealousies, resentments. I do a channel. I didn't get likes on social media. Put too much filters. Well, not me. I do it mostly raw, real, unedited YouTube channels. This going live stream on Facebook. This video is gonna be live stream. It's live stream on Facebook and it's gonna be put on YouTube raw, real like this with a passion. Haven't read from a piece of paper. I've said everything from my heart, and I will continue saying for this next minutes. So the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom is the counterbalance necessary to the established global technocratic corporate order, which has emerged, you can say, more or less 20th century, speeding up after 1989, the dissolution of communism, socialism, Eastern Europe, the reunification of Germany, fall of the Berlin Wall was a major geopolitical event of a global, international, universal nature, right? The fall of the Berlin Wall. Germany was divided east and west for 42 years, 42, something like that, more than 37 years, right? Germany. The fall of the Berlin Wall took so many years. Germany was divided east-west, so that's not just it's a major European Western part of Western civilization. That event, November 9, 1989, fall of the Berlin Wall, right? And more migration, unification, a different order was established. But that order also now has reached the technocratic corporate global order. We have public-private, to more or less extent, dominated by tech- techno-corporate institutions and organizations. Mostly private, a lot of private, right? Corporations, right? Private with some intermixing with the public. And I'm calling for the public and private partnership for the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdoms. Complementary covenant cooperative institutions. The National Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the National Integrated Dancing, the Dancing Goddess Army. Complementary in a covenant and cooperative way for an economic, financial, commercial new system of pleasure and purpose for a post-COVID world. Humanity to channel the aggression, to have psychological outlets to channel the aggression, working out, training, exercising has been medicine and therapy for me. Encourage, mass finance it, incentivize it in a social nature, incentivizing it. Workout, train, exercise. Incentivize working out, training, and exercising. Do push-ups, do squats, do hawks, run, march, jog, dance, dance, dance. And this global techno-corporate order evolved over many decades, right? Has created across the world in many countries vast social, economic, financial, commercial inequalities. Because we have brothers and sisters, billionaires. My brothers and sisters, billionaires. Right? There's no way if on finance, food security, housing, infrastructure. You gotta finance, 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 finance. Pleasure, finance, and massages. Good something for the body, for the regeneration. The body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. Right? To have insured and secured freedom. So to address all these economic, financial, commercial inequalities, gotta secure food, housing, and transport. Food, housing, and transport. Simple, effective rules. Transport to go XYZ square miles, kilometers. Allocation daily. Allocations weekly. XYZ 100, whatever the number for XYZ, to go volunteer, to go visit dams, to go learn, to go XYZ. Public transport. Dragging on. Food, housing, and transport secured. And then the fourth dimension services. Maintain or upgrade civilization. Goods, whatever we have. TVs, shows, entertainment. The arts. The artistic side of life is very important for civilization, right? Dancing, humor, comedy. I could be a bit of a comedian sometimes, humor, right? And to lighten things up. I laugh at myself sometimes, right? It's my own expressions or sometimes silly things that do silly analysis or sometimes I get moody, upset. Why am I so upset for? Sorry. XYZ. I do emotions and feelings sometimes. Laugh with our own selves. Laugh with our own selves. Sometimes the comedy, humor, arts, cinematography, the artistic life, songs, music, very important to civilization. My brothers and sisters in multimillionaires, billionaires, mass finance, new artists, mass finance, the Dragon Army, and be grateful, thankful, gotta integrate, gotta appreciate all things, all work of civilization, all work of civilization, all work of civilization. Where we have the technocratic global order, which has been developed over many decades. Globalization has created mass corporations across the world. Corporations are global. And now with recent events, there has been different geopolitical, social, economic, financial, commercial, geopolitical formations in treaties and alliances, and there has been in the past years a retreat for that and from that and a retrenchment. I believe that part of my theories, citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, fusion theory, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, are part of that solution, for humanity to break the impasse, to break the impasse. I have personal impasses myself of an economic, financial, commercial nature, psychological nature, physical nature, sexual nature, philosophical nature, right? Philosophical, artistic nature, right? No commissions, no donations, few, XYZ. Still learning every day. It's part of doing. Gonna do. The day storm's supposed to come, storm. Seems like the wind is picking up. Look at the majestic, beautiful big trees. And one tree bigger than me, 3 times my size. There's just one hair on the goddess's body, Mother Nature, who dances with her brother the sun. The sun now rises and the sun now sets. That's the dancing goddess and the dragon king. My brothers and sisters, humanity. To break these impasses, to channel, sublimate the aggression, the violence. On a path, have been on a path for many years now, towards an international conflagration, towards a World War III. And the leaders of the free world politicians, I listen to them. Say 6 words, then they go say another six, then they go say another six, goes I understand. I'm not perfect. I got diverse rainbow personality myself, being androgynous, pansexual. I'm a philosopher, independent artist, independent athlete, independent activist, universal spiritual teaching student with simple mottos that reflect spiritual, psychological, physical, and even sexual philosophy. Body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. Love is action. Some of them. Dragon Army motto is nobody is born a dragon. You become what I'm becoming, turning that A of my surname into an O. With push-ups, hawks, squats, marching steps. The dancing goddess army's motto is all fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother sun. Leaders of the free world, Parliament of Canada. Messages go give the farmers a hug, a massage. Truckers with it. Grocery store clerks with it. Congress of the United States also. Congress, senators. Gonna do that for a weekend. This weekend. With the Dragon army, east, west, north, south, across the collective of North American civilization. Let's go. With the trucks, buses. Let's go. Let's go give a massage, a wash, a hug, some love to the farmers. Dairy farmers, cattle farmers, potato farmers. I was working in sanitation in the city. Artist independent, struggling like myself because art is to be part of life. I'm an independent artist. Multi-millionaire artist. You don't need another house, you got seven already. You don't need another car, you got seven. Mass finance, food security. Because everybody got to eat. Pleasure and purpose, being, doing. Complementary. Cooperative and covenant institutions. Balance. Global technocratic. Corporate technocratic global order which exists now in more or less different parts of the world with corporations in the past decades having created prosperity as well, but at the same time economic, financial, commercial inequalities which are perhaps the word is obscene. Obscene would be a word. The mass finance, the economic, financial, commercial order that's for pleasure and for purpose. For purpose and for pleasure. Purpose to attain harmony between civilization and nature by mass financing, recycling, compost, cleaning of the environment, environmental cleaning, pleasure for the body. We'll have spas, to go to spa, to have massage therapy, washings, all things, creative things, all the new things of pleasure for the body, regeneration. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. A global Dragon Union, International Workers Alliance with principles. You can read the Global Dragon Union 11 principles. Avoid gossip, try to give everybody second, third chances, warning. Give everybody warnings, warning. If you have allergies, you gotta warn somebody. You let them know. Express how you feel. I don't feel that good. Yeah. Have some joy. Encourage the children to work out, train, exercise, clean, attain harmony between the public and the private. Things to strive for. Public-private partnership. Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. Yours truly, Adrian Hunter Dragon. A bit of a philosophy, meditation, digressions. Thankful, grateful for this day, June 16. Carpe diem, carpe diem. I'm gonna carpe diem every day. My main message is, after all that, those words is make love tonight, brothers and sisters. Make love tonight, brothers and sisters. Make love tonight, brothers and sisters. Make love now. Kiss, hug with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love. Make love tonight.